Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Potato, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and a wonderful Pride weekend, if it was Pride wherever you were. I mean, it's Pride Month. Every weekend this month is Pride weekend, but there was a festival in Chicago. I just didn't go to it this year. But Amberlynn has kept to her Monday, Wednesday, Friday new schedule for at least the first week, and I didn't really think through about how when she posts later on a Friday, that means since I don't usually do videos and stuff on the weekends, that I wouldn't get around to filming it until 3 days later. So hopefully this is still relevant and people want to see my reaction to it. And if not, then we can figure out something else to do in the future. If everybody's like, this is silly, why are we here now, Zach? This video was posted 3 days ago. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of you are gonna be chill to be here regardless. But just let me know your thoughts. Happy to hear them. But anyways, I was indeed enjoying my weekend. I went to the beach. I played softball. I did get a little sun-kissed. Please no comments about me being sunburnt or needing to wear sunscreen, because I promise you I did. I promise you I did every day I was out in the sun. I just have this very frail skin, and no matter how many times I reapply or whatever, it just happens. So let me stop putting focus on that, because I'm sure some of you are like, Bestie, you look the same as you always do, which I deserve to hear. I deserve to hear it. And if you want the merch, go check out my merch shop down below. But anyways, today's video, okay, I'm intrigued by at least the third of the title of this video, because it's called TikTok Viral Taste Test, Overeating Triggers, and Prison Art Bar Vlog. And I don't know, if you want to guess before I say what part is the most intriguing to me, go ahead and place your bets in the comments now. I'll give you 1, 2, 3, or I should have counted down. 3, 2, 1. The prison art! What the fuck? What the fuck is prison art? Is this like a PO unboxing? Is somebody watching Amberlynn in prison and sending her art? Like, I can't imagine what else that would be. What does that even mean? Anyways, this is a nearly 17-minute long video, so let's just get to, shall we?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, how are you? Black Mirror.
Oh?
Season 6 is currently happening.
True.
And I'm about to start it, and we're about to see how it goes, okay? It's just so crazy that, like, before, Black Mirror didn't have, like, all these, like, well-known actors and stuff.
Is that true?
Now.
Is that true, though? Is that true? I don't think that's a recent thing. I mean, not every episode, but I could have swore. I mean, also, let me be clear. I don't watch a lot of the Black Mirror episodes. I've seen all of like 3 or 4. I've seen Ashley O, obviously, classic. Amberlynn's fave, Miley Cyrus, stunning performance, and one of the greatest pop hits to ever come from a fictional pop character ever. And also, obviously, watched the gay classic San Junipero, because, a masterpiece. And I feel like there's something else I've seen, but it's not coming to me. Oh, the one where the 2 guys play the video game together through, like, virtual reality, and they fall in love even though they're straight in real life or whatever. Yeah, I watched that one. But I haven't watched a ton of them, so maybe I'm not the person to quote on any of that. Although, in the video game one I just talked about, that had the old guy from Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier or whatever, you know, that guy? I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. And then obviously the honor roll Ashley O was played by Miley Cyrus, so I don't know if she's including that, because that was, I think, like the last season, both of those episodes were. Anyways, I don't know, it's spent too much time on Black Mirror already for somebody who doesn't really watch Black Mirror anyways.
I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's totally fine. Like, I am like 3 minutes into the first episode, and ew, David. You guys.
What? Now, why would you? Now, why? Now, help me understand why you would watch a television show for 3 minutes and stop it to start filming and talk about it. What possibly could you tell me about it outside of the fact that Alexis from Schitt's Creek is in that episode, which I did know. So is Salma Hayek, if it matters.
You guys know Schitt's Creek. But today has been productive. It's been like behind the scenes productive. I also, last night,
behind the scenes,
24 hours, I was able to go get some of the, my orders done that I needed to get done. So I got my EKG done and I got my chest x-ray done.
Okay.
And I was going
to I was like, what possibly could you be doing behind the scenes? But this makes sense. I thought she was like talking about some kind of work she was doing behind the scenes, but she's just talking about taking care of her health.
But they told me, you have to schedule an appointment for that. And I didn't know because I had called prior to and they said, no, we're open 24/7. Like, you don't have to schedule an appointment. But I think just like miscommunication happened, which is totally fine. So I went to call.
Wait. I need to rehear that because I paused in the middle of her saying that. But did she think she could just go somewhere to get some kind of medical test or exam done without scheduling an appointment?
And I was going to get my ultrasound, but they told me, you have to schedule an appointment for that. And I didn't know because I had called prior to and they said, no, we're open 24/7. Like, you don't have to schedule an appointment. But I think just like miscommunication happened, which is totally fine. So I went to call today to schedule to get my ultrasound done.
I just do not understand. I would just assume most places, if you're getting some kind of medical test, exam, whatever done, you would need to have some kind of an appointment before just showing up there, but I don't know. Maybe they did say that to you. That feels like very weird to me, though.
For my gallbladder, and they don't take my insurance. I just feel like frustrated because like I changed insurances at the beginning of the year, and I changed one that is like more well known and a lot more pricey, and I just feel like nowhere takes my insurance, and it's just becoming super frustrating. So $800 for an ultrasound of my gallbladder, that's a no. So now I am, instead of the appointment, I'm having to...
I mean, it's really hard to say what's really going on because she's like, did not give a lot of details about that, right? And like the reality of healthcare in the United States, if you're not from here, is that it's a nightmare. And I'm sure that it probably is very difficult just because I've experienced also lots of challenges with stupid health insurance related things in my lifetime. But I'm also just like, are we sure? Have we exhausted all of the resources? Maybe you just can't do it at that particular place. Like maybe that particular facility doesn't take your insurance, but maybe there is somewhere else. I don't know, but at this point, when it comes to Miss Amberlynn Reed, like, what's the point of you even having insurance, I would think? I don't know. Like, I have definitely come across, like, places that don't specifically take my insurance in the past, and I said, all right, well, I'm just gonna have to find a place that does, because I already pay a shit ton of money for health insurance on a monthly basis to go somewhere out of network, you know? Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm sure it's infuriating to her, too, but damn, I'm also just like, what are we doing, Miss Amberlynn, to, like, do anything about this? Because so far, I don't know you've mentioned any place that's taken your insurance for any kind of procedure or health care.
Call around and see who takes my insurance, and then I have to talk to the
there you go. There you go.
Put in the order for me to get the gallbladder ultrasound. Oh my god, it's just a mess. So then they could put the order into somewhere else that actually takes my insurance, and I'm just... It's frustrating.
I'm also curious because I mean, maybe it was just my primary care physician, and I don't know who she's working with or who's the one that is making the order for this procedure, but my primary care physician, I remember I needed to go get my hearing checked, and he, like, literally helped me find somewhere that was in-network that would do it for me, and I just imagine... I don't know, maybe you don't have that kind of relationship with whoever this doctor is, because I have seen that primary care physician for like 4 or 5 years, but I don't know.
Frustrating. For how much I pay a month for this insurance, you think that more places would accept this insurance.
Well,
so it's just frustrating, but
that's also not how it works. That isn't how it works at all. Based on how much you pay for it, no, that's not how health insurance works.
Yeah, I've been productive behind the scenes, and I just wanted to check in and let you guys know about the Black Mirror thing more than anything. So if you guys do watch it and it's on Netflix,
as a reminder, she wanted to let you know after watching 3 minutes of the first episode. She wanted to let you know about it.
This is my reminder to let you guys know that new episodes are ready to go. Okay, guys, so we're gonna
What would I do without you?
That I saw people eating, and we're gonna try it and see what we think.
All right.
It's two separate things. First thing we're gonna try is hearts of palm. Yes, we are. I'm a little nervous, but
I'm actually really scared. I'm really nervous right now.
I've been seeing people try it and like it and eat it, so I figured, why not give it a go?
Yeah, give it an old sniff.
It does not smell that good. People are saying that it reminds them of, like, artichokes, and I used to have an artichoke bush when I was yay high to a grasshopper, so I used to eat artichokes. Okay.
And why don't you eat artichokes anymore?
It literally looks like mozzarella cheese.
It's not mozzarella cheese, I can tell you that.
Let's
Oh, get in there. Get in there. Shizzle. She's giving a little kombucha girl there. That was some mixed messaging, because normally if she likes something, she immediately is like, oh my god, that's so good!
Not bad. I will say it's a little more...
Yeah, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. If she can only muster up a not bad, she doesn't like it.
Sour?
Well, it's pickled.
Artichoke, but it's decent.
Bestie, that's because this is pickled. Bestie, it's got a sour taste because that's like what happens when you pickle things.
And people have been saying to add mustard.
Oh, not the yellow mustard. I fucking hate mustard.
Okay.
Have I ever told y'all, growing up in high school, I had like one out gay friend. I since have found out plenty more people were gay in my high school, but I had the one out gay friend. Somebody recently asked me why I never dated him, and there's lots of reasons, but one of his biggest red flags, like, peace and blessings to this man, he knows how I feel about this, was that he, growing up, would bring cold hot dogs on a hot dog bun for his lunch, like his little packed lunch with just a line of yellow mustard on it, and it grossed me out. It grossed me out. Yellow mustard is so gross to me, and then on top of that, like, a cold hot dog. No, thank you. So that was, like, always his red flag, and this is mildly triggering for me.
Here's some mustard.
No, that was not convincing.
Wait, with the mustard? A million times better.
Bestie, you can't convince me that you enjoyed that. You sure the fuck can't.
And then now, a raw Brussels sprout, which is already washed and ready to eat.
I know you're not fucking eating the raw.
Try.
Why are we eating raw Brussels sprouts? Literally, the only thing that makes Brussels sprouts good is cooking them. Like, what?
With the good old mustard.
Although I say that, and I think I have had some, like, shredded Brussels sprouts in a salad, and I think that might have been good, but really the only way for me that I really want to be eating any kind of a Brussels sprout is, like, roasted in the oven, heavily seasoned, if I'm being honest with you.
I'm sure you guys have seen
I haven't.
this go viral.
I haven't.
I mean, if you're on the internet, then you probably have seen it. So.
I haven't. I haven't because there's actually not a lot of food stuff that comes up in my TikToks these days, but also my TikTok is rotted. It's fucking rotten. And I wish I did get TikToks of people eating Brussels sprouts, actually.
Brussels sprout girly. I've definitely never
Oh, we're putting the mustard on it too?
I guess with mustard it's supposed to taste good?
No. No, she's gonna hate this. I know she's not gonna like this. Girl, don't even. No. You are not serious.
That's not bad.
No, but if you loved it, first of all, if she loved it, we've seen her reaction to food she loves. But But third of all, second of all, I don't remember what number I'm on. She's really trying to get an acting award here, because she is acting for her life. Acting like this tastes good. Acting like this doesn't taste like a fucking crunchy ball of leaves. Get out of here. I can't. No.
It tastes like a salad with mustard.
No. Mm-mm. I'm so put off by this. I need it to stop.
You wouldn't catch me eating it every day, but
I know I wouldn't, because it's clear you don't actually like it. I imagine I won't catch you eating it ever again. I imagine that to be true.
It's not bad. If it can help you get some like veggies in, have a little mustard. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
I don't know what you're saying. That's god awful. I can't ever imagine ever wanting to bite into a raw fucking Brussels sprout. Get the fuck out of here.
I like to talk about 4 like triggers I have when it comes to like overeating or falling off track or eating when I shouldn't, and what professionals tell me to do. So this isn't like triggers for binging or anything like that, because as you guys know, I do not suffer with that.
As you guys know, she told us for years she suffered with that, and she doesn't now, just as a reminder.
Thankfully, but I do suffer with like overeating. I wouldn't be this size if I didn't. So one trigger for me out of the 4 that I will be sharing is like unwanted emotions / like.
I'm just like the clarification. I mean, at this point, like, it's annoying, obviously, because she has for years, like, told us, like, y'all don't understand my binge eating disorder, this, that, the other. Like, it's annoying on that hand. But on the other hand, it's annoying that we're, like, even making the clarification, because the problem is clear that you have, like, food problems. It doesn't make that much of a difference to me, and I think to most of the people in our audience, whether or not it's binge eating disorder or if it's food addiction. It's all disordered eating.
Wanting to escape those. So the pretty obvious thing to do when I do feel like, say it's overwhelmed, anxiety, sadness, depression, and I want to like turn to food to like numb that out. My therapist said, turn to hobbies instead. It like seems so obvious, and it is obvious.
Has she not been claiming that for a minute? Has she not been claiming that is this a new revelation? Isn't that the justification for so many of the things that you've purchased and bought in the past?
But like in the moment, sometimes it could be really hard. So that is why I do have so many hobbies and so many like...
Mind you, the hobbies are expert Legos, slimes, scratch art, buying journals, buying earrings. Those are the hobbies, as a reminder.
Childlike things that I like to do, Legos, whatever it may be, because like turning to those things actually helps me a lot, because I would rather do those. I will say, I was taking the piss a little bit, not to steal a phrase from the British people who watch me, but I was taking the piss a little bit. I do think, obviously, this is like a helpful thing to do, and if it helps her, I'm glad that she's got some Lego sets to do. Then put myself in a situation where it's just going to make me gain more weight. So the second trigger for me is like other people's opinions / like assumptions on the food that I'm eating. Like a good example of that is like, say I eat... Actually, you know what? A really good example is actually my newest vlog. I was having some homemade rice, broccoli, and like this honey garlic chicken that Feline made, and a lot of people's like opinions and assumptions based on just that meal alone was triggering for me. I mean, I'm glad you know this, but this goes back to, I don't remember which video last week it was, but in one of the videos reacting to her last week, I talked about how she's good at being self-aware, but not good at doing anything with that self-awareness. And this is a good example of that. Is like, she has said this before. This is not news to Amberlynn, that like the way people talk about the food she eats
makes her feel some type of way. But if that's the case, then she should also stick to what she said she would do with that in the past, which is not post her food, right? Like, not post what she's eating, not share what she's eating, because the comments get to her. Either that, or she could do the other thing that she said in the past, which is that she just doesn't read the comments. But it's clear she can't, like, follow those boundaries at all for herself, and I think she'd be in a better place if she would just listen to that. You've done the work to be self-aware, but you have to do more than just be self-aware, bestie. Like, you're not even self-aware enough to not include that food clip in this video. You were eating food in this video too. You think people are gonna have thoughts about that as well?
People were assuming they knew how much rice was on the plate, even though it was measured out. Like, things like that is highly triggering, and from a professional standpoint, my therapist says when I notice that that's happening more frequently and it's messing with my progress or like my emotions and stuff, to just simply show less of what I'm eating. I know showing...
Wow! What a concept! What a concept! And yet here you are. You said that last vlog I posted was really triggering for me, and then you started this video off with food. It doesn't make any sense.
My food is a popular want when it comes to this community. People want to see what I'm eating, which I totally get, because I love to see what people eat, especially when they're like on a weight loss journey or they're trying to lose weight. It doesn't actually matter regardless. It's interesting to see what other people eat. So I understand like the people wanting that, but I need to do less of that because I do notice it like triggering me. Yeah. The majority of everything I eat.
I mean, that's how you should be approaching everything, is do less of whatever impacts your mental health negatively. I don't understand why that's such a hard concept.
Third thing is, like, if I'm watching a TV show or, like, watching YouTube, whatever it may be, and someone starts eating something, like, that is highly triggering for me. Like, if it's, like, chips is a big one. Chinese food, for some reason, is a really big one. I'm not the biggest fan of pizza. I mean, I used to, like, really dislike it when I was younger, but as I've gotten older...
I always love when she comes in with the, I'm not the biggest fan of pizza, because you know when she says that, all those, like, compilation Amberlynn Reid clip channels come out with every single time she's ever eaten a fucking piece of pizza. And spoiler alert, it's a lot for somebody who's never been a big fan of pizza. Get out of here. Like, that's the other thing. You're not a big fan of pizza? Who's making you eat it, bestie? Nobody. Nobody. Unless you're working at a 9-to-5 job and the boss brings in pizza for lunch and everybody, it's like the only thing you can eat, but we know you're not doing that.
I enjoy it more. Pizza's also weirdly one for me. Like, there's, like, certain foods that definitely trigger that.
Okay.
So I notice when something like that happens, I simply just, like, turn it off. I used to just
what a novel concept.
I used to watch a lot of mukbangers, like Be Love's Life.
You sure did.
Zaddy Chung Chung. I don't watch mukbangs at all, ever. Even though I enjoy the person, it's like I just can't do it because it is so triggering. So I just stay away from those things. So the last one is like certain activities. Like if it's like movie night, I automatically want to like order in dinner and like have popcorn. Or if we're playing like Mario Kart, it's just something that's triggering for me because like in the past, my brain automatically goes to, okay, so this is an activity where I usually would order food and like...
I mean, just out of curiosity, like, what can you do without, like, having to worry about food? And also, like, I hope that it sounds like you have been talking to your therapist about this, and I hope you continue to do, because, like, this isn't a life to live.
Eat while playing. So, this is something I talked to my dietitian about, and she said instead of just, like, not eating at all during those activities where normally I would, just choose healthier options. Because food is about fuel, but it's also like you want to feed your body, but you also want to feed your soul, and you need to figure out how to like do it in moderation. So that has been
not the queen of moderation conversation again. Oh my god.
Been harder for me, obviously, because like seriously, like date night, movie night, like my brain just correlates that with like a really good unhealthy meal. So it's hard for me to like get out of that habit. But those are things I'm just...
You had me with all of the other things. Like, I think those all make sense for why they're triggering. I feel like I have more questions about how a date night can be triggering. I mean, I understand, like, the desire is that, like, oh, if I'm having a date with my partner, like, I want to get a nice meal. I want to probably have, like, a glass of wine. I mean, I'm talking from my perspective. I want to have a glass of wine. I want to enjoy his company while we enjoy some good food. But, like, one, you can still have good food that's, like, not junk food or not takeout. And you can still do all of those things. So, like, that's just a shift. Which I guess is what your dietitian is saying. Like, I don't understand why, like, literally the other night, Noel cooked us a lovely, like, steak. He made this lovely, like, curried vegetable stew. It was, like, a relatively healthy meal because it was a veggies and a protein, essentially. And it was so good. Like, you can have a date night like that. That is possible. I don't understand.
Learning, like, my 4 top triggers currently and how I can kind of live my life around them without it.
I should say, sorry, I just was, like, not even listening to what she said for those 2 seconds there because I processing it, like, obviously, Amberlynn and I are not the same person, but also, obviously, wifey is able to cook some somewhat decent meals that, in my opinion, I know she said that, like, people had issues with, like, the broccoli, chicken, and rice, but, like, that seemed like a reasonable meal to me. And, like, you could do that for date night, right? Like, I know we're not the same, but I'm just saying, like, there are things I think you could do if you still want to have date nights that involve food.
Completely. Feline wrote this about a week ago.
Oh, wow.
You and me against the world. I woke up to it. Now it's my turn.
You woke up to it today, but didn't you just say... Did I mishear her? Did she not just say she wrote this a week ago? And now you're like, well, I woke up to this today. Girl, you woke up to it a week ago. It sounds like... Let me go back. I'm going to sound so stupid if that's not what she said.
Feline wrote this about a week ago. You and me against the world. I woke up to it. Now it's my turn.
Maybe she's just saying, like, oh, when she wrote it, I woke up to it. Maybe I'm getting upset over, like, semantics.
So this is like the marker chalk. So you have to take it off with some water.
Okay. And, I can see the other things you have written on there.
You can see some of the past things that we've written on here.
I can.
It's so funny. But once it dries, you can't see it at all. So now that it's dry... I'm
gonna hate the sound this makes. I just know it. I do not like the sound of chalk markers, chalk anything.
Ultimately, just go back and forth.
No.
It's blurry. I love that for you guys. This camera's really bad.
Hurting my eyes, hurting my ears, hurting my soul.
The blur. Or with the focus. What in the world?
Girl, get it together. You are beautiful, no matter what they say, 'cause words can bring me down. I loved that song in high school. Ugh. Oh my god, the blurriness is killing me.
It goes blurry every time I start writing.
Girl, just write it and show us the end product, I swear to God.
So that's what I wrote.
You have such a way with words.
Guys, it is time for some P.O. Box
Oh my
openings.
God, please let this be the prison art segment. I've been waiting.
So the first thing I opened was this box, and it's from Claire. She got me a card, and then she painted all of these. Like,
is that the prison art?
These are so neat.
Is this the prison art?
Like,
I don't think this is the prison art.
This one is my favorite. Because if you guys know anything about me, I am a dinosaur girly.
If you know anything about me, is that I'm a dinosaur girly above anything else you think you might know about me. Like, why does she act like that's her number one most important, like, character trait?
Okay, so this next one is a painting.
Okay.
That a small business owner in UK, England made. Her name is Saima. And she also wanted me to give a shout out to her brother and cousins, Wasim, Nazish, Maya, and she said that their names are Pakistani names, so if I pronounce it wrong, then it's okay. I'm very bad at pronouncing names, so if I did pronounce them wrong, I'm so very sorry. But thank you guys so much for the support, truly. She knows that Bora Bora is my, like, dream.
Not fucking Bora Bora!
Is to go there. So she painted me at Bora Bora, and I know exactly what cloak this is from.
Also, is this the prison art? Is this the prison art?
So I just think it's super cute that, oh my god, that she thought of doing this.
Wow.
And it's so creative, because I remember I was sitting on a chair.
That is fucking stunning. Fucking 10 out of 10, recommend, love it. That is art. I'm, like, seriously, that person clearly has talent. And also, chef's kiss.
And she just brought me to a spot that I've always wanted to go to. And the letter he wrote me is so sweet.
Like, also, can you imagine Amberlynn actually there on the beach, sitting on a rock? I love that I have a visual representation of what that could look like.
Thank you so much. It just means the world to me. And one day I will be there for real. Just look how gorgeous that is, though, for real. If you guys want to send me anything, here's my P.O. box, but please...
Wait, is none of that the prison art? There's still prison art to come? Like, what? Because doesn't she usually put up the P.O. box address at the end of the P.O. box segment? So we're done. So the prison art's coming somewhere else.
So I wanted to show you guys that this is where I keep all of my...
Oh my god.
Letters.
What? So glad you have it so neatly organized so that you can actually go back through and appreciate any of that stuff. That looks like a kitchen junk drawer.
Cards that you guys get.
It is such a mess.
I didn't expect you guys.
I'm so stressed out by that.
So many. So it's like, I need a new way of organizing all this.
Yes.
So I think I'm going to take it all out.
Yeah, you need to do something, because how is that even helpful? How is that, like, what's the point of keeping it if you don't have it organized in a way that, like, you can go back through and reread things or relook at art and things like that? That is a fucking mess. That's what she's doing with y'all's letters. She cares about them so much, she's tossing them in a drawer and never looking at them again.
And organize it by, like, card, letter, etc., because, like, I even save the Amazon gifts that you guys... Right. Like the little notes in there?
Of course.
Because it just means so much to me.
It means so much to me, and that's why I just threw it in this drawer in no orderly way, so I'll never be able to find specific things ever again.
So right now I am just going through every single thing that you guys have ever sent me, and I'm separating it into piles, like letters, cards, etc. Yeah, it's kind of cool to go back and, like, look at all this. And I forgot about these, so if the person's watching me, look how gorgeous.
Of course you forgot about it because you shoved it in a drawer and never looked at it again. Like, what the fuck? This is also just so annoying. It's so annoying.
I totally forgot that I had these with the letter.
Of course.
Cute little bracelets. Okay, so I'm covering that for privacy, but here are all the letters. Here are the cards and the postcards. Here is the art. Look how cute. That is so adorable. And then I also wanted to show you guys this one. That's the first piece of art I actually ever received.
That looks more... That looks more like Chantal, Foodie Booty, Flobby Bobby, Big Beautiful Me, The Day La Chantal, The Chantal Show, Chantopolis, whoever, whatever, than it does Amberlynn Reid. Are you kidding me? I think they got the P.O. box mixed up.
It's a painting. So beautiful. And then, again, privacy. But this is just, like, miscellaneous. And then, like, the Amazon gift notes. So, I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, but this was...
Is this the prison art? Is this the prison art?
It was like 3 years ago. My brother was in prison, and he had someone draw this for us. This is my brother.
Oh, wow.
My mom, and me. And I just wanted to show it to you guys.
That's cute.
It's just, like, really special to me.
That's cute, but not what I thought was gonna happen when I saw prison art in the title. It kind kind of a letdown that this is what it was. I was hoping somebody from prison is somehow watching Amberlynn read and sending her things to her P.O. box. That would have been a much better storyline.
I was not expecting it when he sent it, for sure. So I've had it for a while.
Well, there you go.
Okay, you guys, so I have a ton of laundry that I need to put away. This is just a load. Actually, 2 loads that I completed today. So I'm about to do that, and then I have to edit this video and get it up for you guys.
Okay.
I know these vlogs are not like the most entertaining things in the world, but I just like coming on here and talking to you guys.
Well, at some point when you have to put that preface at the end of every single vlog you do, bestie, maybe now just realize like this is what people are expecting from you. I feel like you do put that in probably like 80% of your vlogs. It's like, I'm sorry that this isn't the most entertaining vlog. We get it. We got it. You're as boring as you always are, bestie.
Guys, and I know a lot of you just enjoy like mundane,
so true,
everyday life stuff. That is the stuff that I prefer to watch. So I'm making the content that I like to watch. I like when my favorite vloggers literally just stay at home and do nothing.
Stunning.
It's the best. But anyways, hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Please continue just staying at home doing nothing. It's basically what you've done for at least the past year of your channel, if not more. At this point, my expectations for what you're gonna do in a vlog are very low, bestie. Very, very, very low. Anyways, that's all I have for today, besties. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and if she sticks to her schedule, she'll be posting another video tonight, which means I'll be back tomorrow with another reaction. And otherwise, if you're brand new to my channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all of my social media. I love you all so much, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!